Hello everyone, my name is Aruhi and welcome back to my channel. So guys, till now we have learned about variables, list, tuples and dictionaries. And in all those programs, our code was running line by line from top to bottom. But what if we want our program to make decisions? So suppose you want your Python program to think and decide before performing a task. So for example, if marks are more than 90%, then print excellent. If age is greater than 18, then allow voting. And if temperature is high, then show a warning. So in such cases, the program first checks a condition and then decide what action to take. And to create such decision making programs in Python, we use conditional statements. And this is what we are going to learn today. And guys, till now, we have done all the practicals on Jupyter Notebook. But from today onwards, we will use VS Code Editor, and VS Code Editor is a editor by Microsoft and it is free and open source, and most of the AI engineers and developers, they use this code editor, so that's why we are going to use it from today onwards. First we will download and install this VS Code Editor on our machine, and then I'll show you how to perform this conditional statements, which is our today's topic in Python. I'll show you how to run it on VS Code Editor. So let's start. So open browser and here write VS Code and enter. The first link, this one, click on this. When you'll click on it, you will see download for Windows. So in my case, I'm going to show you the example on Windows machine. But if you are working on some different operating system, you can use VS Code for different operating system also. Here you can see other platforms. So let's click over here. So see, if you are using Windows machine, you can click here. But if you are working in Linux, you can select from here. If you're using Mac machine, you can select from here. But in my case, it's a Windows machine. So I will directly click on this download for Windows. And we are redirected over here. Here you can see the download button. Click here. So when you clicked on it, you can see that in downloads, the setup is getting downloaded. And once the setup is downloaded, click on this folder. It will open a download folder here, and you will click on it and you will install this software as normal software only. See, I accept the agreement and then click on next. And this is where it is going to be installed. Click on next and click on next again, and just click on next and click on install. That's it guys, this is how you install Visual Studio Code Editor. See, it is installed. Click on this finish and you will see a screen like this. So this is your Visual Code Editor. So when you are using it for the first time, you will see this kind of screen. Now just see this sidebar. Here you will see different options. First is Explorer, Search, Source Control, Run and Debug, and Extensions. Click on this extensions. Why we are clicking on this extensions? Because now we want to install the Python extension inside this VS Code Editor. Why we need this Python extension? Because guys, see, VS Code Editor is a code editor. You can write your code there, you can manage your files over there. But in order to run Python with your VS Code Editor, you need to install the Python extension. So you will click on the extension, which is over here, then search Python over here. So see, this first extension, click on this install button. See, installation is going on. Python is installed. When Python is installed, you will see uninstall over here. Means this extension is already installed, and if you want to uninstall it, you can click here. Okay. So that's it guys. For now, we need only one extension, which is Python. And now you can start your work. What you will do, just go to this file and then go to this open folder. And guys, remember we were working in a data science folder. So we will open that folder only because we are going to work under that. So my folder was in D drive. So let's open D drive, and here we will find the data science folder. Here is the data science folder. Select this folder and click this select folder from here. When you'll click here, you will see all the programs which you have done till now. So we have done the program on variables, then we have done dictionary, list, tuple. So all those programs are here, and here only we want to write our next program and save it. So to create a new file, you will click on this plus over here, new file, and write the name. So today we are going to do conditional statements. So we will write the name conditional statement program. And guys, this time we are writing .py also. Why .py? Because py is a Python extension and we are going to write Python code in it. So you need to save that file with .py. So enter. Here you can see that file is opened. Here you will write your code. So before writing our code, first let's understand what are conditional statements, why do we need them. Then I'll show you the basic syntax, and then we will see few programs using conditional statements. So first, let's understand what are conditional statements. So conditional statements help the program to make decisions based on the conditions. So in simple words, you can say that if something is true, do this task. If something is false, do something else. So let's start with the basic. First, I'll show you the basic syntax of if statement. So you will write if, and here you will mention the condition, then you will put colon, this is mandatory, and then hit enter. Here you will write whatever you want to run when condition is satisfied. Run this code if condition is true. Okay, so this is how you write basic if condition if statement. You will put if, and then here you will mention the condition. After that you will use colon. When you will hit enter, you will use indentation over here. Indentation simply means you will give space here. So now let's see an example. Suppose we have one variable age and the value in that variable is 90. Now let's use if condition. If age is greater than 18, this is my condition. What is the condition? Age greater than 18 is a condition. If age is greater than 18, then print you are allowed to vote. Okay, so this is how you write a basic if condition if statement. So save this code and run it. And how to run the program? See, there are two ways to run the program. First is just right click in the file and just keep on scrolling and you will see run Python. Click on this run Python, and on this side you will see run Python file in terminal. Click here. So this will execute your file, and see the output is you are allowed to vote. Now let's say if age is 17. Now save it and run the code again. You will right click and go to run Python and run Python file in terminal. So this will give you the output. So right now, see, we are not getting any output. Why we are not getting any output? Because over here we have mentioned that if age is greater than 18, then only you will print this message. But now age is less than 18. So how to handle this situation? Now suppose you want that if condition is not true, like in this case, if age is 17, when condition is not true, let's say you want to handle that situation also. You want that something should happen when condition is false. So for that, we will use if else. So let me save this file and create new file, and in that file we will write if else statement. So here in front of this data science, you will see this icon. Click on it, name it if else .py. Why py? Because this is a Python file, and hit enter. Here we will write the code. Let me copy this from here and paste in this file. Now we will write the else part also. Else colon and write print not allowed to vote. See what I've done. This part is same. What I did, I just used else with if, and else will work if the condition is not true, then else part will work. So save it. And guys, see this if and else is at same position. So you need to follow this indentation, and this line belongs to this condition. So that's why we used indentation over here. And this print belongs to this else part. So that's why we provided indentation over here also. So save it, and now let's run it. So now there is one other way to run the program. First, over here, write CLS, clear the screen, and our code is in data science folder. We are also in data science folder. So you will just write Python and write the file name. Our file name is if else.py. So you will write if else.py and you will see the output. What is the output? Not allowed to vote. Why not allowed to vote? Because age is 17. And if age is greater than 18, now let's run the code again. See, you are allowed to vote. So this is how if else work. Now let's suppose there are multiple conditions. Then how to handle them? So for that, create a separate file in front of this data science. Click on this icon only and name it elif.py and enter. Here I will show you how to handle multiple conditions. So let's say if grades are greater than equal to 90, then print grade A. Okay, this is one condition. Now let's say there is one more condition. Elif grades greater than equal to 80 colon enter, print grade B. Now let's suppose there is one more condition. You will again write Elif grades greater than equal to 50 colon enter, print grade C. And these are the three different conditions we want to work with. See, first time we used if, then there is one more condition, then you can use elif, else if. Elif is else if. And again, I have one more condition, then I used elif. Now, let's suppose if any of these condition is not true, then I want else print fail. So what we did here, if any of these conditions is not true, then we are saying print whatever is there in else part. So this is the logic of elif when you want to work with multiple statements, multiple conditions. And now let's say the value of grades is 78. So what will happen? Grades, if grades are greater than 90, then person will get a grade A. If grades are greater than 80, then person will get grade B. But in this case, grade is 78. The person falls into this category. So this is how you use elif when you want to handle multiple conditions. And now guys, let me tell you about few operators, few comparison operators and logical operators. And after that, we will move to the next statement. And for operators, let's create separate file only. So again, just click here, new file, name it comparison operator, comparison operators.py. See, there are different type of operators. One of them is greater than, which we used right in our examples, and another one is less than. Then we have greater than equal to. What it means? So let's say we have this example. If age greater than equal to 18 means that if the age of the person is greater than or equal to 18, then do the task. This is what greater than equal to is. Then we have less than equal to. Same. Let's say we have if age is less than equal to 18, then do some task. Means if the age of the person is less than or equal to 18, then we want to perform some task. And then there is another operator, equal to equal to. This is called comparison operator. Comparison operator simply means, okay, let me show you one practical example to explain this comparison operator. So let's say you have one variable a and you have 9 value in it, and you have another variable with the name of b and you have 8 value in it. Now you used if statement. If a equal to b, we are comparing a variable with the b, and we are saying if they are equal, then print equal values, else print not equal. Okay, now let me print the output and then explain you. Save this file, and then here you will write Python and then the file name. File name is comparison operator. Python comparison operator. See what we got? Not equal. Why? Because the value in A we stored is 9 and the value in B is 8. So 9 is not equal to 8. So that's why we got not equal to. So this operator is used to compare the values of two variables. And in the same way, you can use not equal to, which is exclamation symbol and then equal to symbol. So over here, this equal to means when we compare two variables, whether they have equal values or not equal values. So this is simply not equal to. It means not equal to. And you can use this also. So these are the different comparison operators which you can use. Now there are some logical operators also. Let me show you how to use them. So click on this plus over here and write logical operators .py. Now, and, or, and not. These are the logical operators. And let me show you practically how to use them. So let's suppose you have one variable age and age is 19, and you have another variable has ID and the ID is true. See, in has ID variable, what kind of data I am storing? Boolean data type. And in age, we are storing integer. So now we are using if statement over here. If age is greater than equal to 18 and has ID, then print you are allowed to vote. So what we are doing here, see, if age is greater than 18, this is the first condition and this is the second condition. If both the conditions are true, then only the task which we mentioned here will happen. So now person age is greater than 18, has ID true means person has ID. Okay, and if you'll print it, you will see this output. So let me just print it. Python logical operator.py, right? You are allowed to vote. Now, let's say the age is 17. Now, this condition is true, but this condition is not true. Now you will not see the output. So save it, clear the screen first and run the same program. See, we are not seeing any output. Why? Why we are not seeing any output? Because we don't have the else part. If we have else and whatever we have mentioned in else, then that part will be shown on screen. But in our case right now, we are not using else part. And if condition, in if condition, we are using and operator. And operator simply means both the condition should be true, then only this code will work. So in our case, one condition is false and one condition is true. That's why it is not working. In the same way, you can use or operator. So let's just copy this one and let me show you or. Or simply means one condition should be true, means either this condition or this condition. If any of the condition is true, then this code will work. Here write or. Now one condition is true but one is not. If one condition is true, then also you will see the output which we have mentioned in the if block. So save it and run it. Python logical operator. See, you are allowed to vote. Right? So this is how you can use logical operators. Now let's see the next statement, which is nested if, means one if condition inside the another if condition, if statement. So for that, let's create a separate file and name it nested if.py. Let me declare two variables first. We have one variable with the name of age. So age is 19, and second variable we have is has id equal to true. These two variables we have. Now let's use nested if. If age is greater than equal to 18, this is the first condition. If this condition is true, then we are using another if condition. If has id, then print vote. Right? So this is nested if. We have one if condition. Inside that, we are writing another if condition. But this if statement will only work if the first statement is true. If first statement is true, then only Python will go in the second if condition, if statement. And if that is true, then it will print this output. Okay, save it and run it. And we can have else part also, right? Else print, let's say no. Save it and run it. Python, and the file name is nested if.py. See, output is vote because both the conditions are true. If age is greater than 18, yes, age is greater than 18. Then if has id is true. Now let's say if has id is false. Save it and run this code. See, the output is no. Why? Because first condition is true, but second condition is not true. That's why we didn't got this output vote. We are getting this no. So this is how you can use nested if. Now let's do one assignment. So for that, create a separate file, name it assignment.py. So the assignment is to print even numbers. So let's say we have one variable num, and inside that num variable we have 9. Now we need a logic to find out whether this number is odd or even, and for that we use if statement. So you will write if num divided by 2 equal to 0, then print even number, else print odd number. So if the number is divided by 2 and we get remainder 0, that means the number is even, otherwise the number is odd. So this is how you can know whether the number is even or odd. So let's print it. First clear the screen, Python, and then write the file name. Now run it. See, the output is odd. Why? Because the number is 9. Now let's say we don't want to mention the number ourselves. We want that user should type the number. So for that, you can use input function. Remember, we used this function in our previous video also, input. And here you will write enter any number. Input function will simply show a text box where user can type the input. And now let's save it and run it. Guys, when we will run it, we will get an error. So let me show you the error first, and then I'll show you why we got that error and how to resolve it. So let's run the code again. See, enter any number. We got the text box because of this. So let's suppose I wrote the number 6. Now enter. See, we got this error. So what is the error? Not all arguments converted during string formatting. So this is the error which we got. Now, how to solve this error and why we got this error? See, this input, whenever you use this input function, the text box which you get, that text box, whatever you type in that text box, the data type will be string. Whether you type number, still the data type will be string. So you need to convert that into integer. So write int, start the parenthesis, and then end the parenthesis over here. Now what will happen? So when user will type any number, we are converting that number into integer. That number is going to the condition then, and then it will show you the output. Okay. So let's clear the screen and run the code again. See, enter the number. So I entered 6 this time, enter. So the output is even. Now let's run the code again. This time I entered 3. So the output is odd. So guys, this is how you can perform different operations. Now you will do one assignment. Assignment is, I'm writing it over here. So your task is write a program to check largest among 3 numbers. So you will take 3 variables. Each variable will have one number, and your task is to find out which number is largest among all those numbers. So for that, you will use if statement, you will use operators, comparison operators, and you will get the answer. And guys, once you done this assignment, comment done so that I'll get to know whether you are learning with me or not. And that's it for today. I hope this video is helpful, and the link of this code is mentioned in description section. You can get this code from there. Thank you for watching.